What's good? What's going on? And welcome back to and that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's really stupid. So let's dive into it. Today is today is Monday. No, today's Tuesday. And a few things happened since the last time we met up last week. So we're gonna talk about it. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, press that like button. It helps me to get on every week to encourage myself. And then I'm going to get on regardless. So no matter if you don't believe in me, I'm going to get on. But it's to show you that regular Joe, me, Shar, your student, your educator, your mentor, all that is still in the game, dealing with the same thing you're dealing with. I'm regular, okay? And I'm meant to be great in this world. I am destined to be great. All right, so with that being said, let's move on. So the first thing that happened since last week, we had some trades play out, and check this out. Not go cap. It actually deleted. I'm not for sure. I was over here moving stuff around, and my screen is a touch screen, and I accidentally deleted the markup. So yeah, I couldn't show you where the trades actually play out. So I'm gonna remark them. We're gonna play them out for the rest of this week, and then come next month, we're going to mark it up for the month down to the week and all that good stuff so we can don't have to like keep diving back into it. All right. So let's chart. This time I look at Nas 100. I'm going to put my timer on so we can stay within it. I can stay on track. Oh, well, like I said, I think the last time I did about a good 25 minutes. So we'll try to keep around that mark, a good 25 minutes of this. So, yeah, Nas 100 actually played out the way I wanted to. I went and marked up some things so we can kind of like skip this process a little bit. Since we had last came into the market, we have profit on Nas 100 a couple times. We saw when Nas was 100 had broke area, we profit. And as you see, we are in a major support level because this at some point in time was a resistance. So we say major, yeah, major resistance, which is now a major support. And um yeah, so that's major support. Actually, price is actually respecting this since it broke out over here. It was a resistance here, then it's a support here. Support price didn't get that far, but it respected. The price got down to this area again. With the, honestly, for some reason, I'm looking for a price to push back in the drop low. When price dropped the weekly, I usually look to it for it to sell, but we're on a day, so let me show you where I marked up my previous week at. Again, I did this to kind of like speed up the process so we can stay within it. This was the previous weekly open right here on this green candlestick. This is the previous weekly close. This green candlestick, and then where this green candlestick is, it's the previous weekly high. If price had broke above the previous weekly open, and then looking for a buy. Actually, right here, when price broke above the previous weekly open, I've been looking for a buy up to the previous weekly high. But since price did not do that, the next move was a red candlestick. It fell below and closed below the previous weekly's closed, so it lets me like to look for some selling pressure here. And since this happened for a week, we're gonna go down to where our day is. So if I had honestly got to the trade when it broke and closed here, our next candlestick will be there. We would get in about here above it. This is 4 to 3, and you may squeeze a one in. Huh. You may get that. Let's see what it is yet. And I want to say because like price has been at like price has the opportunity to go down to here, and then where it originally fell at before. And then they don't have to necessarily break it, but I think price is now revisiting this area. When in the past, at first when it was about here, price had it as a resistant level, right? Resisting, and now as a support. All right. So all the way up to this point, price was resisting. And then bought above first creation of the support, and then price continued to buy up. So there'll be a previous high, previous low. All right. Create another previous high to this previous low. And then price came, creating higher lows, breaking that previous low, right? And then it turned around, went back to test this trend line, broke above this trend line because it's a major support area. Now it's still in the supported area. So even though I see this as a very small short sale, honestly, yeah, even though I see this as a very short sale, I do think you can get that sale because if you squeeze out all this noise here, price bought, sold here. Um, I do necessarily think this is buying overall, personally. Um, we're buying, we're buying. But I think price will come back down to this area because it has done so in the past. That's what I feel. So, um, and I think let's see, which I took my notes, so my notes for the price breaks and close below. Price breaks and close below the previous week close on the weekly time frame. I think I showed y'all that. I don't want to spend too much time on here. I think I'm gonna spend too much time on here. So yeah, for some reason I'm getting that this could be creating a I don't know. I really honestly this is why I say it's stupid at because I'm saying this for a very strong buy, right? We have a very strong support area here. That used to be a resistant area. Price closed below that previous weekly close though, which let me know there's some more selling pressure to go. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see what the MACD is telling me about. Uh, well, that would be the volume. Let's just do this. We're gonna exit both of these out, and let's type in volume. Hmm. I got this is the free chart, like I say, like I gotta do this on the free chart too. It's saying that I have another. Uh, I see it. I wish. Oh, let's get out of this MACD, and then because I want to see. And honestly, I don't even use this one. I just made you show you what I use the RSI. Yes, some selling pressure here, selling pressure, selling pressure. And this is what I felt. And he has some shorts to pull back, which gives you that. Yeah, so let me tweak this real quick a little bit. Let me for the day. Yeah, we're gonna keep it right there. Price pull back so you can put your points in. And we're gonna see what it do because price broke below. Um, it with the pivot point it had broke below. We're in this meeting currently. I don't even want to try to get in this meeting. Pivot. I'm checking some things on this. This is called a pivot point. You also got the R stands for resistance, the support stands for when the S stands for support. Um, so yeah. Another indicator that's real good, I'll put you on get to is called pivot standard. I mean low, pivot high, pivot low, and so, boom, boom, yeah, okay. To me, it works best on the higher time frame. That's what I tend to think. See, there's some selling here. So they tell you some areas where price, could have the reactions at. That's why I say I think price need to come down to here to have the reaction. Um, during the week. Yep. This is where a lot of action happened today. Some more action happened. So yeah, I think this is going to sail down to here before it we start looking at it by if it doesn't, I need price to um break the high. But if we're gonna sell anything after, we'll sell after it breaks this zone. So we'll leave some notes on here and say um price is in a strong buy. Um Price broke out of trend line and retested major support. Mm, Price broke below previous weekly close. So, so we are looking for a price to make move down to support level and retest. We also retest or reject, retest or break. That's what I'm gonna say. And that's all I got. And I think I spent a little bit too much time on that 100, but for time being, the month all you know, still I got more of that sell up here too because of how far this buy has majorly occurred. And as I drop down, we start seeing some selling pressure here. Now it could definitely do like it did here and it bought back up to that level, but you saw the price had broke above. It didn't do that here. It rejected right in here. It fell back and then it came back up and then it bought above, right? So there. And I think it make that little squeeze, boom, because we're going against the trend and make that little squeeze here and then boom. So we'll see. We will see. I'm not saying that I'm going to necessarily take that trade, but if you are into the master of the market, you would definitely be tapped into this trade if you are into my mentorship program. And if you're not, this is just some things that I mark. So I'm going to still market, even if I don't think it's going to play out, or I am going to think it's going to play out. I'm going to still market so you can see it played out. All right. And yes, I put it in my accounts. But I don't know if I'm gonna put this one in. So moving on to the next one would be GBPJPY. We did not trade that trade. I am so mad that I am so mad that the chart's deleted. I'm gonna go to GBPJPY, take it to the month, boo boo boo. I'm only gonna mark the month and then we're gonna go straight to the candlesticks, okay? And I'm gonna need something else. Then we got 9 minutes, and like I said, I spent too much time on those 100. So I'm gonna spend like an extra few on these two trades because um it didn't play out like you thought it did. All right. So this is all I'm working with right here. And then I'm going to go to this area where price is. Since we're on the month, I'm going to drop down to the week, F3.com. I do think GBPJPY for me is going to reflect that. For JPY, what is the GBP? If GBP is yellow, Thursday, GBP, JP, there's no GBP, but JPY got some orange, and then it goes back yellow, and then Friday, GBP is yellow. So we're clear for GBP JPY. It has some really good news. So we did not trade that last time. But if I see, let's see if we can see a setup for GBP. All right, so we're gonna go to the previous candlestick. And then we're gonna clone this one. All right, wait. And then we're on horizontal rate. Boom. All right. And then we're gonna label this while we're there. So this is gonna be previous weekly. Wait, no. This not it. This is yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think. Yeah. All right. That's previous weekly open. Um, all right. Because I missed everything. Previous weekly open, previous weekly close, and then previous weekly high, and then previous weekly low. All right. And then, so you see, this is what we're for the previous week. And then within this following week, price fell below the previous close. All right. So in order for us to buy sell, we would want price to fall below that daily low. So we're gonna drop down to the day and we see where price is. So open was previous weekly close. Well, previous weekly open is pre-weekly close. So from here to here. And then it has up to that previous weekly high, previous weekly low. I want to use my other set of lines like this to represent my daily. And then I'm going to go in closer here on the daily. All right. Boom. Close. Boom. And then daily open, daily close, daily high. Change it to that color. And then daily low. All right. So, and we're going to mark that. So we got the daily open. This is today. I meant to go back. I always do that. And that's why you like, when you're looking at this, make sure you stay like what you're doing. So I'm going off the previous weekly, not the week that we're in right now. Yeah. And this candlestick goes there. All right, guys, this go there and this go there. Market, previous, daily, open, previous daily close, and then previous daily high, and then previous daily low. All right. So you want to see which way price fall below. If price go to the previous open, then we're looking for price to go and break above the previous daily high for the day. And then if it does that, then we'll get into weekly close to that previous weekly open, right? But if not, price fell below the previous weekly low, and you know that price is going to fall below that previous week. Price fall below this previous daily low. What am I talking about? Where's my ruler? Arrow, whatever. All right, so that's 25. You don't point to the 30. All right, if price fall below the previous daily low, this white line is the previous weekly low, and then we'll be looking at a strong sell. Price does not do that and goes back into where the previous open weekly, and then we can look to trade to the previous daily high if you want to, because you know you're gonna go back up to there, and then you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait for price to break above the previous daily high, and it's previous weekly close or even to the previous weekly open. All right. So yeah. And then if you break above this previous weekly open, you can even go up to the previous weekly high. But I'm looking for price to do this. Previous daily close. Price to fall. Boom, boom, boom. I want price to look from the one or the other. So we're waiting for price to either fall below the previous daily low or break above the previous daily high. But it fell before closing. And then you would say, oh, jump down to the 4 hours, see what it looks like. And you can see we are consolidating at this moment. Right? We're not breaking the previous daily high or the previous daily low. So we're waiting to see if price is going to break the previous daily high or the previous daily low. Waiting to see if price breaks. And because I'm looking for this to be more of a strong for a buy, I'm not gonna cap, just a different type of vibe. Because price made this lower low, higher low, followed by lower low, and then this will be the higher low, right? Because price will continue to make lower lows like that, right? And if price is not, price is going to have a, um a lower low followed by a lower low going into a higher low and like that, right? So if price is going to break that previous daily open, I want it to break above their previous daily close, and we to retest the previous weekly close. I think that'll be a good little push for upside. Um, let's see. Yeah, and honestly, price is pushing back into the previous. I actually think I see a position. Yeah, and then hmm, we're gonna buy. Yeah, I want to see it coming in because there'll be a W. Boom. Yeah, and you'll break it, and then you'll retest, and you can find. So yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure preview daily close because price fell all the way back to the previous low. It didn't close below the previous daily low. You can do, let's see. If I was going to get in, it will have to be like somewhere here with my my silver weekly range. Yeah, it'll go about right here. And then it's a 1 to 5 3. I just need a 1 to 3. Yeah, so this actually may be a good little trade to take. Let's see. My 1 hour. I just want to see if my entry is a little tighter. And so price buy back up to here. Because price maybe been here before too. Mm, all right, let's do that. And then for 1 to 3. Uh-oh. All right. We're gonna lock it. Say the 4 hour. Yeah. So we're gonna see if price had already made like an initial because we didn't fail below here. Because I was looking at this when price fell below here, I would like for price to continue this fail to fall to go down to the to push away. Like my next candlestick should have been a red candlestick to push away to the previous low. But then price pushed back above to where the previous close is. And then it's back and forth here. We probably thought price was gonna do it, but each time it gave some push to the upside, right? So I think this is where price closed the lowest at for the overall low right at this moment, and then price didn't close against this low, which was higher than that low, and then this next low is even higher than that next low, right? So, and then so on. So I think this is more so of the buy and the buy that we've been looking for. I really like this buy. I really like this trade setup. GBPJPY does sound like to me for this week is the ultimate goal. Like I said, I do like Nas, so you can take that Nas trade at your will. But I'm 9 times out of 10 about to take this Nas on your trade. So um, Yeah, it looks very attractive. And actually, what did it say? Price push back into what is, let me see. So for this trade, we say price did not break below the previous daily low. Um, Price pushed back into the previous daily close. Um, on I think it was on a 1 hour. I think it was 1 hour, 1 or 4 hour. Uh, Looking for price to buy back up to previous daily high or previous daily weekly close. Um, and then price made, yeah, made lower lows followed by lower low followed by a lower high. Yeah, so on daytime point. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna get my analysis from. So that's what I got. Bam. For this is what I got for the week for GBPJPY and for the daily for GBPJPY. I really like this trade. I'm not gonna cap, so I have decided to keep this trade. And moving on. This is what I like for right now. Let's go to the map. If you just don't know what this trade look like on this time frame, look at this. Right? And enhance my buy even more. Look where we are. Price already broke above to retest the zone as a major support. Ah! All right. That's all I got. That's all I got. I didn't spend too long on this, man. Um, 222. So we had Nas 100 GBP JPY, and I don't really like GBP JPY. JPY USD. That's my guy. Eric trade. I'm not really gonna get into that one this week because I'm not gonna cap. It kind of like blew me for the thing. I still think this hasn't, like, from me looking at what the trade did, it hasn't really done much. Um, because you see what price made this higher, this lower low, followed by another lower low, followed by a higher low. So I think price is in the midst of changing. Um, so let's look into that. I'm gonna put 6 minutes onto this timer, and then we're gonna start there. All right. And as always, we're gonna start with the triangles, marking them. All right, goes the high, and then there's the low. Boom. We're gonna label these previous previous week. High. All right, do this. So this is the previous weekly low. This is the previous weekly. This the previous weekly high, previous weekly open, previous weekly. There's no previous weekly close. I mean low. So this is a previous weekly close, and then the previous weekly open. All right, the drop down for the day. It's a nice bullish buying going on. I see prices at this. It's not trying to like at this moment buying to pass the previous weekly high. We want to buy. We want price to push above the previous weekly high for us to buy. We want to sell. We want price to push below the previous weekly close to sell. I mean, high. As you see, price did for us to buy. We wanted to buy above the previous weekly open. To sell, we want to sell below the previous weekly close. As you see, we got that buy for the previous weekly open, creating a previous weekly high, and then price can get above that, right? Okay. Drop down to the 4 hour. Start to see some rejection. Um, Pivot points. Let me look at my 1 hour. Okay. At the moment, price hasn't broke above the previous weekly high. So I want to see price push above the previous weekly high. Before I buy this. If that makes sense. Pivot. Is pivot. I can tell you more once I get my pivot together. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, we are the pivot point. Oh, the pivot point right there, yep. Um, yeah, I want to see price pushing to the high. Because for a while you can see where it shifted to back to buying here, here, yeah. I want to see price push back into these levels. And I don't think I see to the push to the upside yet. No. So I want to see price break above. Yeah. Price needs to break above. Is that the daily? Okay, I'm wrapping it up. I'm just gonna keep like that because I don't really like this one stuff for any buy opportunity. Like I like it, but I want to see it actually make that move before I actually get into it. So the two trades I like for this week is NAS 100 and I really like GBPJPY. So I think your best bet would be GBPJPY. It definitely go. I don't know. Oh yeah. So I'll show you guys go for time being, and then we'll move on. Yeah. Okay. 8 off of gold. Well, we was looking at gold earlier, and this is what we're doing at the moment. So as you can see, this is the previous weekly open, the previous weekly close. We have the previous daily high here. We have the previous weekly open here, and I can take you back to that. I was trying to make this up. Not 100, I couldn't draw as fast as I wanted to, but this is the previous weekly open here. I don't know why it's so wide, because it only needs to be about right there. And this is the previous weekly close. And again, I don't know why is that one that wide, because it just needs to be right here. Previous weekly close, previous weekly high. I mean, open, previous close. We're above the previous weekly high. And then we're going to the day, as you see, we pushing to the previous weekly close and open. Price pulled back into the previous weekly close, creating a daily previous low. So I want to see price push back into the daily open, and then we can look into buying, continue to buy. Let's see if we're okay. Nope, we're still selling. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a little buying pressure that happened, which made that previous retest boom. Yes, I want to see if price gonna break the daily low, the previous daily low, or the previous daily high. Um, and I think which level am I in right now? Because I'm right here into the previous daily open. I think I just may break down into the previous daily low because we're already under the previous daily close itself, and then falling into the previous weekly open. And there would be like a nice little trend line going on out here. And then price hasn't necessarily yet fell below. So I want to see price pushing to uh that because it can definitely keep going up to buy. But this is my analysis. So I think it's currently like buying, but I think it's having selling pressure. And then price break below the previous daily low and also break below the pivot level. And then we can go all the way down to the previous weekly close. So that's what I'm looking for to trade right now. I'm only looking to take just a partial of that, which is right here. All right before we get to the pivot level. And I think price may bounce back up to uh do some craziness, but I think this could be the first initial of the sale. That's what I think. So yeah, we have gold, and I'm going to lock this too. I'll make sure all the trades are locked this time. Gold is locked. GBP is locked. NAS 100 is locked. All right. So we'll make see what those do and time being. And while you going through this, man, you have some point of time. You're gonna be like, man, do I really know what I'm talking about? Sometimes I think I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I think I know what the market is actually buying. There are times where I think I don't know what I'm talking about, and I feel like I don't know if the market is actually buying. I honestly go up and down, up and down, up and down, round and round when it comes to this cycle of life of trading, trying to figure out if I want to do cryptos, forex, commodities, futures, all that on top of Forex. And a lot, it gets to me. I mean, I feel like I'm going through doubt. I feel like I'm going through um, anxiety. And honestly, I am. So with that being said, going through all this, trying to figure out who I am, trying to figure out how do I fit in life, trying to figure out how do I continue to show up every time to the market for myself, being patient with myself, learning and growing for myself. After all this, man, at some point in time, you're going to say, because I am saying it right now, that Forex is stupid. And I agree. So thank you for tuning back to here at Forex is stupid. And I think I showed y'all gold. I think that was gold I was showing y'all. Um, yeah, and yeah, it's falling a little bit, but I definitely is gonna. I think it's gonna push back into the previous weekly close and buy up to that previous weekly open to continue this buy. I just think it's falling a little bit into that resistance level that is now a solid support. That's what I think. But we're gonna keep watching it throughout the week and see how do these trades actually move. Um, yeah, I think you could have have a buying position here. And if you're on Coinbase or cryptos.com. You just buy XRP and hold it. Just hold it. And I'm outie. Popped outie. That's all I got for you. Peace.